Hello, Kelly LeMay from the Vintage Loft. Thank you for joining me today on Lorna Learns with the Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be able to share some things with you and with the community.
Thank you, my pleasure. What is the Vintage Loft?
Well, the Vintage Loft started off as just a photography studio, and then we just grew and we just started off in general, but after a few months of having it, we decided to take over the other side as well. So as a photography studio standpoint, we have, like 5 different studios to offer with lifestyle settings inside each one, and makeup room, so people can come in. So we have like just nice, simple rooms that have a little bit of props that you can tie into it, but we can also keep it nice and clear for a canvas for people who want to come in and just bring their own stuff in. And then we are also going into micro events. So we are doing, birthday parties, bridal showers, baby showers. We are doing great community events. Like we did a beautiful like meditative yoga night, paint nights. We've even mixed yoga with paint night, which is great. And we're doing fundraisers, which is really great to be a part of that. And just have a space here. We've had people come in and have business meetings during the day. A lot of people are at home now, and not everybody's going into their office anymore. So when they need a team meeting, we've had a couple teams come and have their couple hours here, have their coffee and lunch together and stuff. So yeah, we're just a creative studio for anybody to come in and be creative.
It sounds like an amazing space. Now that we know what the Vintage Loft is, what was the passion and vision behind the Vintage Loft?
Well, my passion, I think, is just to be able to capture moments, right? Because as growing up, I really moved around a lot. I went to 16 different schools before I graduated, so I was always kind of on the move. So I picked up a camera when I was really young because I just wanted to be able to create scrapbooks and just kind of remember who my friends were at which school. And I kind of realized that as we get older, we're going to forget how we know people. And then I was able to travel, probably about 17, 18 years old. And again, I was just having these great experiences and meeting lots of people. And then I kind of bought a fancier camera at that point. And it just really became a passion of capturing moments originally for myself, but then I kind of became the shutterbug when everybody knew I was around. I would be like the person, taking photos of moments and stuff with them and their families. And and then creating the space was just being able to give that to the community so that, that you have your photographers and videographers and content creators and stuff can come in and be able to do that for themselves or for their families or for their clients. So to be able to just kind of, hone in and keeping those memories alive for everyone.
That's amazing passion. I really, really respect that. You mentioned fundraising. How is the Vintage Loft giving back to the community?
Gosh, well, we've had a few things here. We've had a big fundraiser for Ride to Conquer Cancer for the Princess Margaret Hospital, which was great. In just a short, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, they raised $6,000 to give to the hospital, which I thought was pretty great. And then we had a really cool fundraiser. This was pretty awesome. We had for Sick Kids NICU. We had a few amazing photographers volunteer their time, and we just did pay what you can for a motherhood session for Mother's Day. And we had a lot of the families came in are, personally connected to sick kids or to the NICU. So they wanted to give back as well. So all proceeds went back to the NICU staff so that they can have a banquet just to honor all the time and efforts and everything that they do to help these little babies there. And we have a couple other things coming up, even outside of fundraisers and just being a part of the community. We give our space out to things like schools, for instance. We've had a couple schools come here so that their media arts program can learn about natural light settings. They're doing creative things here. We've had we've had, a lot of like women's groups come here. We have a request too for some Ukrainian families to be able to come in and do cards night and games night and stuff so that they can actually get together and meet in a space to be able to really get to know each other a little more. And I'm really excited about just that, the community groups that are coming in, like even just tomorrow night, we have a ladies group that come in and just be able to share things. And we have a nice leader that leads it, just to be able to get women talking and enjoying themselves. We have some great tea and snacks and hors d'oeuvres and stuff going around. So it's just been nice. And community wise, I think I had mentioned on that we do yoga and just creative art stuff. So kind of nice to pull in all the community, getting to know people while you're next to them as you're painting or meditating or stretching or whatever. So I think that stuff's kind of this huge bonus on top of the photography and event space.
So not only have you opened up this incredible space downtown Whitby, you're also giving back to the community, which I think is absolutely wonderful. To share a little bit more about Kelly with the business community, what does Kelly and her family like to do when you're not doing all these events and so forth?
Well, we're really busy. I have a 17-year-old son who plays like pretty high level soccer. So I'm usually like, cheering on the soccer field for him, of course. And we have a little place up north. I really love the outdoors. So up there, and I'm not here, but I'm usually sort of still strapped with a camera or a phone because time is fleeting, right? And it's what they say is that memories are forever. So I kind of, just recently for my son's soccer game, it's like I realized I had to put the camera down sometimes too, just to absorb the real action of what was going on. But I just love spending. I'm a big homebody as well, like spending time with my family and my daughter. She's 15 and such a fragile age because, as I know with my son, they grow those couple of years so fast. And, so I'm just trying to like soak in some of that family time before they're like, yeah, no, we don't want to, we don't want to get
soak it in. It goes so quickly.
It does.
Anyway, I'd like to thank you so much, Kelly, for joining me on Lorna Learns for the Whitby Chamber of Commerce. And we learned a lot about the vintage loft.
Oh, great. Thank you. It was really nice talking to you, Lorna.